Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining me. I'm Mike Sheffield, and today we're taking a look at the Oracle Enterprise Manager plugin for PostgreSQL, brought to you by the folks at Integration Plumbers. Today we're going to be covering installation configuration of the plugin. Let's get started. Now the first thing we want to do here is make sure we have the plugin downloaded and that it's been copied over to our OMS. Once we've logged in or SSH'd into our OMS, we can navigate to the directory where we can find the EM CLI. The first thing we want to do is to log into our CLI using our username and password. I'm using sysman here, but you can use any user as long as they have the required permissions for a CLI. Once we are logged in successfully, we can perform a quick sync with the CLI. Lastly, we'll want to run the import update, which I've copied from documentation. Whoops, I forgot the / there. And this will complete the import of this plugin. Switching into Enterprise Manager, we're going to go to Setup, Extensibility, and Plugins, where we should be able to find the PostgreSQL plugin that we've just imported in the list here. Now, first, we're going to want to deploy on our management servers. We want to make sure we do that before we deploy on the agents. From here, all we need to do is click on our specific plugin we're looking to deploy, and then click Next on the top right here. For the sake of this video, I'm going to speed this process up a little bit here, but really it only took about 4.5 minutes, maybe 5 minutes to get the whole process done. Once that process is completed and we reach 100%, we're going to click that same Next button we had clicked before. Now this step is just asking us if we want to use our named credentials we've input already, or if we want to enter new credentials, we could always do that as well. If we are happy with those named credentials, which we are in this case, we'll go ahead and click that Next button one more time. Now this is just our review screen here. We're letting us know the management server we're deploying, as well as which plugin and the latest version. And if we're all set, we can click that deploy button, and it'll give us a confirmation, let us know that that plugin is in process. If we want to click our show status button here, we can see and look at any of the log files that are going through. We might want to make sure to turn on our refresh there, so it'll refresh every couple seconds so we can see what's happening. I'll go ahead and speed this up just for the sake of the video. Now what we're really looking for here is for this status column to turn from this clock into a green check sign, letting us know that that status is complete and the plugin is done. From here, we can either go back to where we were originally from the Setup, Extensibility, and Plugin section, or we can just click on the breadcrumbs here instead and move back to just our plugin section. Now once we're back at our plugin section, we'll find a PostgreSQL again, and since we've already deployed to the management server, we now need to deploy to the management agent. So we'll click on a management agent here to deploy. And the first thing will come up will let us know the objects and the target types that will be collected and our supported target versions. We can click Continue, and this will bring up a selection then of which management agent we'd like to install on. Since we only have one running, we can just select the only one that's here and click Continue again. Once we come up here, we're getting some prerequisite checks. Looks like we're all passed. We can click Next. This is our final review screen. Our status is up on the management agent. Everything has passed the test, so we're going to go ahead and deploy. And again, we can show our status to see if any issues arise. And again, we're looking for the same sort of status column to make sure those turn into green check marks. I'm going to go ahead and fast forward here so we can get it through a little quicker. Once our green check marks are done, we can all go back to our plugin screen the same way as before. And if we scroll down and find Postgres now, we should be able to see that there's a 1 here next to where it says Management Agent with Plugin. And yep, there's our 1, meaning we've done everything we need to do to deploy the plugin. Now that our plugin has been deployed, we need to go to Setup and Add Target. And we'll go ahead and add the targets here manually. Pick Add Target Manually. And then we need to find in our list, after we've chosen the host we wanted, We need to find the list Postgres database or the cluster we're looking to add. We select Postgres database and click Add. Now we're at the screen where we can add all of our targets. We want to verify that the host information and the agent information is correct. We're going to enter a target name that can be whatever we'd like. And we're going to get all of the credentials out of the way first. We're going to put in our OMS username and password and confirm both. This is for statistics and validation against the agent. Then we'll get the actual Postgres username and password that we're going to be using for all of our collections. And lastly, down under the properties section here, this is where we're actually going to add all of our targets. So our database host name here, our port, if we're using a non-standard port, then the OMS host name as well. Since we already entered the credentials above, we're just entering here just the actual the target information. We also have to put in the primary database. The default here is just Postgres, but if you've changed that, you can put in the primary database there. You can also add in the path to your Patroni log file or Patroni YAML file if you're using Patroni for any sort of replication. And lastly, you need to put in the plugin license here. By default, you can monitor 2 instances without a license. But if you have the license there, then of course that's once that's been purchased. Now we can also go ahead and test our connection. That's going to reach out, make sure we can get in with the credentials we have input already. Make sure we have valid connection information. Looks like it says it has succeeded. So we click OK, and we'll go ahead and test that again just to make sure, and then it'll let us know, okay, we've gone ahead and we've added that on our actual host here. We can close that out. And now we can go back to our targets and see if we can find our newly created, in this case, we're looking for DB1. That's what we decided to call it here, just DB1. So we can look in our list and see if we can find DB1 here in this list of all targets. So there it is. Or we can go up on the left in the navigation pane here and click down to databases and click that. Now we only added one in this case, but there it is. We can click on that and it will take us to our overview screen. Now, when you first add these in, it does take a little time, a few collection cycles to actually start collecting data. So if you see something like this where you've got a -1 for availability and no data to display, that's not a problem. Just give it a few minutes, let it finish the collection cycles, and then just click refresh, and we should be all good to go. And our data is starting to come in now. We can see all of our information there. Looks like we're all good to go. Well, that's it for this video on installation of the plugin for PostgreSQL into Oracle Enterprise Manager. Be sure to check out the next video. We're going to be going into new updates that have been coming to the plugin. A lot of good stuff there. If you've been following in chronological order here, we've done some enhancements to our queries. We have done some enhancements to wait events, as well as being able to now kill idle processes and transactions that are going through in your Postgres. So definitely check the next video out. As always, thanks for joining me, and hope you have a great rest of your day.